We now return to Let's Play Cities Skylines. So after the disappointing realization that the simulation in this game is not so great, it actually seems to simplify a few things, we will be avoiding any of the nitty-gritty little detailed stuff that I thought I was going to have to do, and we'll just focus on numbers, like, for example, the fact that the high school is almost empty, and well, not empty, but it is almost out of capacity, and will require another one somewhere. I think that's ridiculous at a population less than 6,000, but there you go. So we see that I have got to get a lot more residential in the game, but I also want to focus back on my industry development, particularly forestry and farming jobs. I would like to get rid of all this dirty, filthy industry if I can help it, and maybe put... I don't know if I actually want all industry on this side and then move housing right up to the highway. I do now have access to the highway with walls to tone down on any noise pollution, but I feel like there might be things I want kind of out here, and so I think, let's see, what other kind of industry can I get? Just generic? I wonder if there's a high-tech industry. I'd like to kind of have that on this side, because that's at least quiet. Then again, we could just leave a buffer zone, and I could put things out here eventually, like a stadium or something of that nature. So anyway, get back into this. Let's go ahead and add another round of our... Oh, right, where am I on this? Okay, yeah, it's this one. Another round of our forestry stuff. Unfortunately, I kind of want to just leave that there, actually, but it's going to mess with the whole grid system, and this is actually still usable forest over here, so I wonder if that actually... Let me quickly look at my natural resource. Okay, so it does actually extend out there quite far, and even these ones, I imagine, will still be functional as something, but I probably am going to have to start pushing it that way. Then again, we have, if I ever need any more, it's all out here, although this part looks like it would be better for oil than this little patch. Anyway, let's not get sidetracked too badly. Okay, back to the gravel road. And we'll just add... What is that? Sorry, I need you. Oh, I don't need that big. I don't need that big. Okay. I would also like to maybe have a better name for these two. For one thing, Garland Hills doesn't make any damn sense because there are no hills over here. The Butler District could be named better, and what have I got going on here? I think that'll be part of that district. Another thing, too, oh my goodness, I have not been including... Did I not do this before? I swear I had closed this in. Then again, I don't know. I seem to be changing so many things with the city. Oh, right, I didn't actually want you in there. Because these two are... No, that one is the commercial strip, but this one is residential. No, shit, that's gonna do it its own. I don't want this to be part of the drag, though. I want this to be part of downtown, but I guess for now I can just put it as part of the drag and then make downtown later when we actually have one. And this will all be west side over here. We'll definitely go for a bigger brush now. Ah, frick. Why do I do that? There. Okay. Well, hopefully that's not going to create any little problems right here. We'll just go ahead and get that out to make sure. I have no idea what this is going to be attached to. Probably eventually the west side. I don't know that I want industry to fill in here, but I don't really know what else to put here. I would kind of like a buffer zone between that and this industry. What's the noise pollution like? Is that this one? So not nearly as bad as this, but definitely still noise pollution. So yeah, it would not be good to have anyone there. And what is the actual pollution? That's garbage. Actual pollution. So no pollution, just noise pollution. Good. Speaking of, garbage, though. Um, we're full, and then at 30% on this one. That's pretty bad for a city this small. I need to hope that this is going to unlock soon, and not soon enough, but that's going to be an option. Okay, so that's done. We need to add more people. I guess we'll just add some in here. One more block to sort of square this off, I guess. And that's looking weird. Still looking weird. And I'm going to have to go through and add parks eventually. Let's make sure everybody's watered. They are. Okay. Hopefully I've got enough electricity for all of this. And so we can eliminate 2 more. I mean, we're probably going to need just a little bit more. So maybe I don't want to go eliminating everything here. But we will probably need to... You know what? Let's get rid of this. That is the equivalent of just 1 that I just did there. So this will be 1.5. And that'll leave a little bit there. Okay. So then, as soon as whatever happens here happens, and I know that's not enough for the massive amount of residential, you know, getting a high school, we'd seem to be having a dearth of people to work in the Ghostbusters Incorporated drugstore. So maybe we need to go with another high school. I mean, obviously we still have capacity, it's just people aren't getting in there, but this doesn't really help me. Man, these drugstores are just weird. So I don't know, those will probably end up getting bulldozed and all sorts of wonderful things will happen. I guess I just haven't planned at this point to prepare for the level of buildings that I've unlocked. Maybe I should not have had this part be the development. I should have actually started building the real downtown so I could put things like the police station, fire station, know where those are going to be. As it is, I think I'm going to be ending up moving a lot of my structures. I mean, I don't really want elementary schools there, and if I'm going to develop out here, I'll probably push this one that way and push this one sort of in and towards the center. That way I can put another one kind of here-ish, and they will have whatever effect they have. Okay, so people actually did drop down. We now have a little bit more demand for commercial, interestingly. So let's go ahead and add to what road am I looking for? I've got so many damn things in here now, I don't know where I'm going. Okay, this one. Well, we can always upgrade it and change it. Right now, this is actually a lot cheaper than, say, even the trees. So we'll just leave it kind of as is, I guess. Bring that down to there. And patch over that. And that way I can start adding in a little bit of commercial zoning. Yay. Do you have water? You do not have water. Okay, we're going to need probably to bring you down to, I don't know, there? Oh wow, we can go way down. Almost. Okay, so if I snap it to that part of the road, then I can bring it all the way out here. Excellent. Again, nothing is going to be in the roundabout, I'm sure. If there's a structure, I still have not looked through the little goodies tab with all the stuff I got from the mod. As in landscaping? Oh yeah, like all this stuff. I'm sure there's something in here that would look really good in the middle. This is not the deluxe version, so I don't have any of the special buildings, the fancy European buildings or whatever it is. I don't know why I keep pausing when I do that. I need to get in the habit of only pausing when I'm doing something very serious for like road work that could really screw things up. And I can be going a little bit faster too. This series is dragging on a little bit more than I had intended, actually. So, police officer. Okay. Speaking of, let's look at the crime. Crime is still fantastic in this town. Although, for some reason, the garbage the dump over here is facing just a little bit of... we do not have jail availability. But we are still below our capacity. Interesting. Okay, so I'm sure I can turn these off, but damn it. Just leave me alone on that. So let's look back at the natural resources. Yes, okay, so if I bring this over, now see, here's where splitting this to horizontals would benefit me, because if I do it vertical, we're not going to get very far that way. I could actually do some farm right here. I mean, it's not really good. This would be the best farming. But let's go ahead and start working on some of that. I mean, I can still actually, since it's like half block, I could reorient this and I would get, well, I'd get 1.5. Where I split it off is probably not that good. But I could actually just do it anyway. Well, you know what? I'd get 1 block horizontal, 1 block horizontal, 1 block vertical, maybe? I don't know, whatever. Let's go worry about this instead. So we'll go like 4. I think that is the spot. Let me look at this again. It is. Okay. So, shoot. Bring me back my road. Do I want to keep it within... I'm doing horizontals here, aren't I? Oh boy. I can see that causing problems. Well, if I switch this to vertical, I can stay within the dense part of the forest. Whatever. I think I could fit a lot more horizontally up against the edge of the forest. I mean, I could build into the forest, but if we're going to do industry that way, let's just go ahead and build myself a couple slots going in that direction. And then we'll just go something like that. Oh no. We're not getting water over to that side of town. Okay. See now here. Thank you for getting in my way. And then I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit. So where could I actually snap this? Oh, not for a while. Right about in the middle. Okay. So right about there. Perfect. Not so perfect. I mean, it's not going everywhere. Starting to add over here, I think, might end up being a mistake. I know. How much to the water tree? Oh my god. Not for a very long time. So I've got to start playing the game a little more aggressively. Speaking of which, I don't need to pause, but let's take advantage of some of this over here. So we'll add... Well, I'm doing a horizontal split over here anyway. We'll add a whole mess. Let's just add it all the way up. You know what? I need to give myself some vertical room, or I'm going to forget where to put in a road. I know. Why can't you give me decent zones? Is it because there's the fall off? Is that the thing? And they're watered. Vaguely. So I'm expecting traffic to come in from there. Be pretty bad. Let's, God, that is... Look at that. That's like... that's like breaking the pool table. You just crack it in there and they go everywhere. Okay. Speaking of, though, I want to see what traffic is like now. Traffic is still horrible. Well, okay. We're going to have to get public transportation at some point, and I don't know when that's going to be. Got a little bit of commercial, may as well take advantage of that. That is watered. Okay, so now we're probably going to start seeing a little bit of usage of these, and I don't know how bad this is going to be, but I'm sure it's going to be terrible. Right, back to my little bit of industry here. Now, even though I want to get industry going, industry is really not in demand right now. And putting it out here is actually going to cause a lot of traffic havoc. I mean, eventually we're going to need it, and we're definitely going to have to upgrade those roads, because look how slow those guys are going. Holy crap. What is coming into town right now? Well, half of it's not even going here, so... yeah, okay, well, never mind that. Commercial is actually something we seem to be needing to focus on just a little bit. So I could actually go over here to my other side. I don't really want commercial to go too far up here. And we're not going to have as much of it, obviously. This is 2 deep. I might even want to get this 3 deep down here in the actual downtown part. Maybe go 3 on this side, how about? We'll do that. But, yeah, let's get a little bit of commercial going. So we'll bring this, God, it's everywhere. It is everywhere now. I mean, I don't have to go that far. It helps me to kind of, to get a visual of it. Oh, you know what? That's not going to work. It's going to be too close and it's going to snap on me. Now, is that too short? I mean, yes, it is, actually. Because it would really go 4 if I was maintaining my 2 paces. So actually, let's never mind that. I just don't want to cause a lot of traffic havoc. And you know, looking at this, maybe on this side we'll go a little asymmetrical. We'll go 3 instead of 4. 4 seems really far down there. I don't really... oh, man. Because it used to be in this tab, and now it's over on the other one. That's a little bit better. Again, I don't want commercial going all the way up, because this isn't really the place for that. I want this to sort of go into the nicer coastal residential area, and maybe we can put some fancy stuff on the east side. This is going to cause a little bit of a problem, but we won't go south for quite a while, onto the other side of the bay. In fact, this might just be going straight down over to here onto the hills. I would like to build on the hills eventually, and then we'll get to that beach. I really do want to get to that beach at some point, because we got ocean traffic out there. I can actually touch the cargo ship right now. Okay, so residential demand is way down. Jobs are coming up. Well, let's cause a little bit of havoc out here. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to pause it just for a minute so I can make it into farm. Oh, you have to put it down first and then it becomes right. Okay, and then we swap that to farming, and that can actually probably, let's get rid of you. Come in here, look at your policies. I think we can get rid of that. The smoking ban, probably don't care too much about that. Water usage, I should probably put on throughout the city. So I could prevent... I mean, the whole reason I even put that down there, though, was to have all the transport on those roads. Encourage biking. Maybe I should do a little bit of biking, bike lanes and everything around the place. Did we not turn off some of your... I guess you've got some of your stuff turned off. Is there... I guess there's no electricity going out there. That's a start. Is there going to be electricity that gets there? One would hope. But I'm wondering now why this isn't doing anything. Is there something special I need for the farmlands? I mean, is that just not enough farm? Not enough fertile ground? Does it have to actually be like... I mean, you would think that that would grow up. Is it just too far away? Well, anyway. What have I done there? I mean, oh, here we go. You just have to be patient. Very, very patient. See, why would you build... rain, holy crap. I can't see jack. I'm gonna have to turn off weather effects or something. This is... Is this an attempt at snow? I mean, what is coming down here? This is much thicker than the rain that has been coming down before. I'm almost 100% certain. Schools. Aha, time for another high school. Well, what do you want there, Nancy? Jeez. So electricity is not counting yet. It's not close enough to the electricity. I don't know why I didn't just pull it over to here, but... Do they even need electricity? I know that was a thing in the old SimCity games, or at least in SimCity 3000. That was the only way to get farms, was to not power. Oh, whatever. We'll leave it out here anyway. So we seem to have still got commercial going up. I don't know. I think I want to cap that off at some point. And I'm not really sure how far I want this road to go. Maybe what I'd actually like to do eventually is have that come up and around, and then we could have a main road, because I think we're going to have some kind of main artery, and maybe then I can replace one of these roads with it. Could maybe put it coming down from the dump and then split off to one or the other. I don't know. How's that doing anyway? I mean, I haven't seen too much traffic. Speed that up a little bit more. The split, yeah, expected. A few people going through there on their way to the lumber. I should probably actually fill that into a paved road so that people actually can move through there a little bit faster. I can move up into here with some of that industry. Commercial, though, I mean, that's maintaining a steady... How can I see the... Is this labor? Does this show me anything about labor? 3% unemployment, I think that's pretty good. It's about 1,000 jobs. I don't really need to add more commercial for jobs. In fact, we're already lacking unskilled workers. So what should really be coming up then are the residentials. But yeah, commercial's still booming up. Well, you know what? Maybe it's time. I've got quite a bit of money coming in. I've got a bunch of stuff that I have not put in. We're very close to an incineration plant, so I can help my garbage problem a little bit better. And maybe we'll just have to look at getting an oil plant and upgrading the infrastructure and actually starting to build the city. How much is the... Only 5,000. Yeah, I can totally do that. Well, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I will finally get down to building the city. How long is it going to take me to get my high density? Oh, we're about to get that too. Fantastic. So, I think I'll go ahead and... Oh, we got some land value issues. Big land value issues. What the hell? What are you complaining about? Make sure all is well in the building to allow it to be upgraded. Just low land value. So, just because you don't have a park beside you is... I mean, what's that? What's that? I've got a pier in my hand for some reason. Okay, well, I'll put a park down here, next to a park. Maybe I'll put a fancy Japanese garden in there, even though that's completely out of place over here. Carousel park? I don't know. Anyway, what I'm gonna do... Oh, I've got these. I've totally been ignoring these. I've only got a couple. What is that? Opera house. Yeah, that doesn't really go in a residential neighborhood. Okay, so we're about to have access to a lot of the big stuff. I think that means I can finally start turning this into a city. Uh, so I think that's what we'll do. I'll just start a massive expansion, trying to build like at the commercial center. We'll go with some of the nicer housing somewhere. Maybe build into that one and build into this one. I mean, really, if I was just going to go this way, I would have. But, well, it's diversity of resources why I'm going out this way. Otherwise, this is just kind of forestry. Yeah. But we'll do that. Enough of this little piddly block by block stuff. I think now I'm in a position where I can't really screw this up too bad if I overextend myself, with the exception perhaps of just running out of water and trash space and the infrastructure resources. But yeah, I think I'll end this one here, and we'll pick it up next time.